Good evening, guys. So it's a 4:37 p.m. Today is January 18. Today is Wednesday, and we had a solid down day today. Okay, so there were some index divergences going on. Right of the open, before open, during opening time, till 10:30, 10 o'clock. So I couldn't get any trade in the morning per se, early hours. I was watching, talking in Discord that hey, is a divergence, he's here, NQ is going higher, ES is not going higher, Dow is tanking or going lower, all this thing, but Dow is holding support. So if someone wants to go long in NQ, you have to forget ES and Dow for now. Consider NQ as a leader for that moment. Take the trade in NQ if you want to at pullback. But something I don't like it. What I said is Dow and ES, they are not moving. Russell was going higher. It was giving us a confirmation for bulls. So NQ and Russell were on board to the long side. Dow and ES were not. So it's all messy thing was going on. I consistently talked in Discord. I think till 10 o'clock or so, or 10:15, and then I said, you know what, now I'm going to shut it down, or I'm not going to talk, but I will put the alert in ES at 20 and 4020, 16, 4008, 10, NQ I'm going to put alert at 640, 614, 670, and then I stopped talking. And then I was doing something else, and then alert started triggering. So that's where right here there was a trade. So in the morning, there was a trade in NQ going long, but that long, even there was a short setup also, but only problem was Russell was above 1905, the key level, which is where is Russell, man? 1905, this one, and Dow keep getting rejection from 134. Yesterday's, we discussed that multiple high around 134 in Dow. It was not listed here, but 1905 and this 134, which is not listed here. So we discussed, I think both Dow and Russell needs to go above those areas. Okay, but Dow failed to go above it. Russell, first time it failed. It went above it, came down, went above it, came down. So we were watching, we were trying to gauge the direction at that point. However, we are supposed to favor longs, but we discuss specific scenarios in the pre-market, like open drive up, then how to go long. If there is no open drive, then if it is downside, then how to go long, where to go long. There are three scenarios we discuss. If price choose to go down from, let's say, 729 or from higher up area, then you want to see what? You want to see intraday, two-step breakdown, all these things we discuss in Discord scenarios. So we were talking in the morning. I was walking them through these things, all these things, and then NQ started going higher. So here I said, when it started moving higher, I said 750 it should go, and then if ES and Dow joins the rally, it will go higher, right? So by that time I said 670 to 640 is a line in sand in NQ. ES 20 and 16 are line in sand because it was moved. ES was holding 20 consistently. So those 20 and 16 are line in sand in the morning when price went higher here. At that point, either is gonna go higher. If Dow moves higher, Russell was already holding higher, NQ was holding higher. So only ES and Dow has to make a move, and that may seal the deal. And then internals were already bullish, and by that time it could be a trend up day. Okay, but we were waiting. no trigger yet, no entry yet, at least for me. Then something changed, right? So what changed was, I was looking for, if the sellers were there, then you need to see a breakdown, and then price has to go below 4008. That was the key level we discussed from last couple of days now in a row. It was a key rotational area here. See that it listed there, and this was a preferred selling area, right? So there is no short here, even though it's a preferred sellers, right? We have to just wait. And then when this happened, right, so ES made a slight new high, okay, right here, but then failed to go above it and came back down, right? And then here it again came down and then pulled back and then started going down, right? NQ came straight to this 670 here, see that, and then came back up and sliced through it, right? So here, and by that time Dow was the one. So here I said in the notes, keep an eye on Dow. See here, keep an eye on Dow levels I gave you in Discord, right? So here the summary is, we will favor longs, focus on levels, and true buyers will not let price goes below today's Globex low. If it goes down below, then we will become neutral. See that? If it does not go down, then we will continue to favor long, right? So now look at the beauty of this dream numbers, right? 643, 659. We know the dream numbers are key. So 659, right? 643, correct? So here, right in the during the news time, 8:30. See that dream number held? That was a sign that buyers are still there, right? And then you see these things touching this area, correct? And then pull back to this 640, sorry, some random level 670. I have no clue why, but anyway, it held it and then it went higher, correct? So at least the story was here, stepping up move in NQ. But the problem was in Dow and ES, there was no up move, strong one. There was no open drive also, okay? So sorry guys, as usual I got a phone call and now I got distracted. Damn thing, it was my wife. Always she does the call at the same time, So okay, so we were at breakdown here, right? I guess. So this was the key moment here, because I saw this as a failed breakout, and NQ 729, this 728, this was my key level to watch. The moment it went higher, 650, this was an old naked dream number. See, dream numbers are sometimes very powerful. You can see that. This 759, 75, and look at this high, 759.50, right? Sometimes dream numbers are very deadly, very, very deadly, like to the T, So, but anyway, I was not expecting it will give me a response like this. I was thinking it should go to here or a little bit higher and ES will break out and go higher, because based on that internals and everything else at that time. But I was also okay for other direction if it breaks below 670, 640, this entire area, because then it will tell me that all these buyers are trapped, right? And this morning buyers, news driven buyers also, right? So that could be the triggering point for the short. Same goes for ES, this buyers, everything, So, and 4008 was the last low here, So that was the point, So the moment it broke down right here, right, my alert fired, I took a short right here in ES and NQ together, and then I knew it may go down, but I didn't knew that how far it will go down, but at least up to 85 it may go, or even 96. That was in a vicinity. Below that I have no clue how far it will go, up to this point I know. If it breaks below it, and if NQ also started tanking down, Dow is going down, then it will go further lower. And the ideal level was this open gap 43, at the attraction point. NQ, all it has to do is go through this blue line, hunting level, then it will go to 510. That was surety, if it goes below this, and you can see it here. First time bounce here, and then boom down, and then here see that it held this right to the T, right, and then go down 510. Ahead of it bounced it, right, but then it came down, right. So, and also I think here also 1315 right here, no? It was supposed to go to 54 here also, but it did not. So here I typed in Discord that they did not go below, but bounce ahead of it, so watch out. I think here or here somewhere I typed it anyway, but that doesn't matter. What matters is most likely the closing will be to the lower side, right, and we were waiting for one trade in the afternoon, correct. So when this bounce happened, right, this was a short opportunity. You have to just go with the context. Now you have to withstand the moves against you for a few points. So when after 1 o'clock, right, so here after 1 o'clock, when price was right here, I typed in Discord giving these two circles 1 and 2 and say possible short location, right. So if you shorted here, it worked out first time, right, but then price came down to 61.50, which was old low, it bounced off it, right. So now you have to manage it accordingly, right. If it again goes here and slide higher, you have to bail out, because now it already worked in your favor, but then again reverse. Now you have to wait for this location, right. So here you short and your stop is at least around here, or maybe here, because now the idea is you're not looking for scalping here, you're looking for new low of the day. So if these sellers are legit, you will see new low for the day. That is what I typed in Discord. So I'll show you all these things. Hold on.